Hello, this is Wojciech Pietrzak and my next ITSL game against Karl Johan Nordensten from Sweden. I am over an hour delayed compared to when we were supposed to start our game. You know what, I'm gonna headline Red Scar Perch and try to make use of the other high cards and not event Marshall plan. Because I feel this perch may be costly enough. Oh, I allowed him scoring Europe so cheaply this way. Oh well. I guess he couldn't do it with Marshall Plan headline. Nuke test ban. Ooh, high enough. I have to counter it. High enough as well. Marshall is still a decent headline the next turn. Assuming he coups Iran and not denies me access there. Lebanon is a good shot, I guess. Cooing with blockade, wow. This couldn't have succeeded. Okay, so now I assume I'm scoring Middle East for 3 instead of 4, because he's certainly going to gain presence here. If with Nasser it's only 0, but I may dominate Asia instead. And I may set up a longer term good position due to this Red Scar Perch and very high up hand. And this is why I violated my general rule to push victory points from the beginning, because I don't think pushing victory points would be a good call under these circumstances. Ouch! Okay, so Middle East isn't probably going to be any better. On the other hand, Asia should be somewhat defendable. Although what he just did violates my plans quite strongly. Yep. Okay, let's dump Asia before it's even worse. So Marshall to France and somewhere, and 5-year plan last action round. Marshall instead of 5-year plan, in case he plays containment now. So all the scorings are gone. Middle East dominated by me, Europe dominated by me, Middle East volatile, Asia close to be dominated by him, but also close to be defended by me. But this purge didn't gain me much. One from nuclear test ban, one from East European unrest, And well, no, that would be containment as predicted. This is nothing of value. Yeah, he still dominates. I assume he may have Indo-Pakistani war. He's playing as if he did. But hey, yeah, this is worth, I guess. And this is far worse hand than the previous one. Ooh, this is very nasty hand. I'm glad blockade and red scar perch are gone. On the other hand, his hand shouldn't be as good. I think I don't have any better headlines than Cambridge 5. Maybe Romanian abdication. Because with independent reds in my hands. Yeah. At least I'll be able to space something. I think I'm spacing distal. Yuan intervening. Nasser. Taking Egypt. Biting the bullet with Suez Crisis. Or maybe UN intervene distal. Then play Nasser sooner or later. Excuse me. I assume I'm not the only one to have a bad hand. Now his decision is important. If he decides to coup, he leaves Thailand, which I'm gonna take immediately with Cambridge 5. Oh, CIA for the influence. Just letting me coup. Yeah. Okay. I still prefer his hand to mine. Okay, I should coup with CIA, I guess, to be able to take Thailand. So let it be so. I should be ready to counter socialist governments with UN intervened 3-op. So let's take Egypt to have access here after Suez Crisis is gone. his cards aren't problematic. Mine are. Okay, this leaves me something. Can take a breath. What's the Asian outcome? I need 3 more countries to equalize, but then with Vietnam I will need even more. So I think I can give up Asia. I'm not going to give up Middle East and Europe in this case, so I'm UN intervening Nasser sooner or later. So I may as well UN intervene it sooner. I'm waiting with Suez Crisis for him to play special relationship, because otherwise he's probably going to be able to play it for no event. But I'm quite unhappy about what happened here, especially that the first turn was really good, but his decall saved him the day. He was the first to space, regretfully. Maybe I should have done it earlier. I failed anyway. Yep. At least now I can play Suez Crisis and repair its damage. Now Arab-Israeli war for an event to save 2 victory points would be quite a decent play of him. Of course, so would be putting 4 in Thailand with the China card. CIA gone, he might give up the China card, but he doesn't really need to fight for Asia anymore, and it would leave Pakistan vulnerable, and suddenly his Asian domination would be volatile, of course. Now many things depend on... Damn it! Which scoring cards are going to come? Damn it, I got Asia scoring. Okay, Indo-Pakistani war it is. But I got UN intervention and Nasser once again. At least that's a good news. And I got the goal. Captured Nazi could come in a better moment, I guess. I'm very unhappy about this hand, but if I win in the Paki, it starts looking good. I'm playing the entire hand and maybe I'm even forced to pass my last action round if I UN intervene Nasser and discard the goal to blockade. Other option would be to play Nasser and play UN intervention. Strongly depends on his initial coup. Of course, if I'm perched, I'll probably have to UN intervene blockade. Asia looks pathetic, so I rely entirely on this roll for Indo-Paki. And yes, it was a good roll. Okay, so now short-term goal is to score Asia without his domination, which should be doable. US-Japan, of course, not for an event, rather for ops. And Japan does not have priority over Afghanistan. Yep. NATO. For a decent coup. Can I fight for Asian domination myself? Japan... 4, but no, he can take Korea. It's very easy. So let's score Asia soon and then focus on the other parts of the board. I don't have the firepower to fight in multiple regions. I'm thinking about realigning Algeria, but I will have only one shot because I can't afford using US-Japan Mutual Defense Pact this way. Yeah, I was lucky with the Indo-Pakistani war shot. He was lucky to get NATO when it wasn't. Oh, activated. Okay. Let's threaten Saudi Arabia, because you, my friend, are playing as if you had this scoring. Yep. Okay, I think it's Nazi time. If he does have the scoring, spaces no. Okay. Influence or not? No. Let's take this chance. Boo. But if he does have the Middle East scoring, I think he must give me domination, because US Japan can stop whatever he does there. And if he does not, and doesn't equalize Middle East scoring, he had Europe scoring, ooh, it's even better. Okay, let's try once more, because yeah, I should have gone to Mexico with Nasser, because now I would have some jump to Guatemala, but this is still irrelevant as he has the last action round. Yes, it worked, and here it has no chance to work. On the other hand, he has too good jump to Angola with events. Whatever. The goal is gone, so he doesn't have easy way back to Algeria, provided he doesn't get decall. Yeah, but now Asia is gone for a while. Yeah, one from here would be very nice for Voice of America sake. But now I may headline Voice of America, deny him presence in the Middle East, the early war non-scored region, take him away from Angola, and then, by threatening the Middle East scoring, I'm probably winning a battleground coup, because whatever he does in the Middle East has a downside risk. So I'm either winning a coup, or an option to play Missile Envy. He will bury me. This changes a little, so this is for sure. But duck and cover is gone, so I think Missile Envy is a safe play anyway. However, I think puppet governments should go first. Or maybe not. Actually, I don't really have reason to play Missile Envy. Or maybe I do. The cover is discarded, isn't it? Yeah. What the hell with this? Oh, so negotiations. Well, can't complain about it. Although I rather calculated no coups. On the other hand, if he coups now, I can counter with chattel diplomacy, activating arms race. Assuming, of course, he coups Zaire, because that's the only decent target under chattel diplomacy. Damn it! Okay. You will have your military operations and I will not. But even if he coups Zaire successfully, I should get Nigeria. Of course Angola first in this case, and it's double with flower power. Yeah, he rolled a 5. Oh no. Really? A 6? Okay. Like, it looked so good and it stopped so suddenly. Yeah, I know you have Southeast Asia scoring, probably. I have things to do. What the hell did I click? Event, of course. Pointless to save Cuban Missile Crisis. I think it's also pointless to fight very heavily for Southeast Asia. But it's not pointless to stop him from spacing another card. Hope he doesn't have Che now, because I'm intending to put one in Cameroon, one in Colombia and one in Venezuela. But if he does, it's at least a little broken by salt, and it gives me coup targets which I need. Blah. And of course I can perch him next turn, and of course he does know it. But now, are you giving me a coup or are you giving me a juicy realignment against Zaire? And if it works, another attempt against Cuban. I know I could go to Brazil instead of Venezuela, but then I wouldn't, with Papas, but then I wouldn't have access to Colombia. I mean by it that in Venezuela I have Panama Canal returned, but in Venezuela Panama Canal returned isn't that bad. Over-controlling Venezuela isn't that bad, because it's a juicy coup target from him, for him. But if he's forced to play Panama Canal returned for me, and then gets purged, he suddenly has to coup an over-controlled Venezuela with -1 cards. So a coup with a 4 becomes what normally is a coup with a 2. He needs a 6 to gain. He didn't give me a coup, so I'm losing 2 victory points, but he may lose much more overall. Too bad it only worked this way. Too bad I got only Central America scoring. Too good. I got Kennedy. Blech. Junta now is a 1. So salt is gone. If I give up Kennedy now, I may have problems with long gun. Central America is the main reason to do so. But if I take Mexico, it doesn't look that bad. Socialist governments with a coup in Nigeria, yeah. So now I have to take Nigeria anyway. Simply due to Cameroon. So let's take Mexico. What I mean, if I space decal, play OPEC so that it gives him only 1 point or even 2, play Central America so that it gives him only 2, I may hold Asknot, which I would like to, due to Long Gunman. Warsaw Pact formed is not a kind of card I would avoid playing. I'm not doing it right now because Distal is still somewhere there. On the other hand, it's a good card to coup Colombia, possibly giving arms race points. Ooh, okay, yuck. But fortunately enough for me, His coups are tragic. Yeah, I have to do this because Cameroon is still vulnerable, so I have to have access to Zaire. Iran and not Saudi Arabia due to modifiers for Iran-Iraqi war and due to AWACS sales to Saudis. These are of course details, but once in a while they can be decisive. And I see absolutely no reason to not do things like this when I'm able to do them. Okay. Let's coup because I intend to play Warsaw Pact formed and I intend to coup anyway. And I rolled poorly, similarly to what he was doing. But now the rest of the turn doesn't look problematic. Central America scoring, giving him 2 victory points, maybe 4 if he gains domination there. Arms race for ops, probably securing South America from his domination. Decall for space race, and Ussuri can wait for his decisions. I assume realignment in Venezuela now. Okay, so let's try to protect it here, this way. I can't always be lucky with realignment rolls. If he gives me the China card... Okay, he's eventing Allende, but this leaves me some breath so far. I'm not happy about him having Junta, Allende and ABM, but hey, I had Red Scare Purge. And this Africa looks just great. And I was able to save Kennedy. He was able to show me that I had no real reason to do it. Brazil. Let's take it until it's untakeable. Going with the factors. Yeah, I no longer dominate Africa. This may be costly. South America scoring brush war. Oh yes, founded Middle East scoring. So many good cards. I think I can make more in South America. In Middle East, on the other hand, he may crush me with Muslim revolution, but if he does so, I probably don't have any options to fight for Middle East anyway. And I still don't want to use Kennedy on this hand. Brezhnev, okay. So in response to his coup, I assume I will control Africa first. Brazil or no, Zaire. I will not control Africa first in this case. In this case, I will dominate Africa, but without giving him access to Nigeria, and dominate South America. He may respond in South America, but then I do not have to act immediately, and I have OAS. I also have brush war, which I may use on Argentina with 50% chance of success, or on Zaire with 67% chance of success, but changing much less. Of course, if he has Che now, it's nasty. I once again try to save Kennedy. Influence. Forgot about it, but hey, everybody forgets about it from time to time. Damn it, should have been Zaire. So much about my African plans. Damn it. Oh, how angry am I. Okay, let's try to grab Angola back with Formosan resolution. It's a one-time shot, because Formosan OAS, South America scoring, and then the Cambridge 5, maybe for another shot, but I'm really not sure about it. But It's really, really nasty what just happened here. Draw 16, so we may even avoid reshuffle. If he plays the China card, we will avoid reshuffle actually. Okay. But not if he plays it this way. Basically, I thought he really wanted to realign me from South Africa, and it was a decent move. Oh, he wanted to play the China first, okay. Okay. I think this is the best attempt now. Blech. Okay, there was a reshuffle. Yes. Africa and Southeast Asia are the certain scorings in his hands. I'm in a mood for cutting his hand. If I play colonials now, he could just coup in Africa, and now if he does it, I have a counter. Yep, that's hurtful somewhat, but that was actually nice. 2 points taken, and I can concentrate on Africa with colonials. Yet another hand with no use for Kennedy, I assume. Coup in Nigeria, yep. And fortunately enough, it was a poor one. This way, even if he realigns me of Angola, I can go back there and secure it once more with Botswana. If he realigns me from both Angola and Botswana, I can get back to Botswana. Right from here. And he commits his shit once again. I think it's time to secure my position here and here. Maybe I should have put one more in Angola. This might have been a mistake, I forgot about it. Walk for space. Muslim can be activated and forgotten about. I also should perform some coups. His liberation theology potential is now wasted. Waiting for opponent to decide. Saving Kennedy and the China card would be great. Okay. I'm not gonna allow this for too long. Yeah, he may try to realign Nigeria. This would be a decent move. Yeah, Africa's going now. So, space-time, yep. Spacing or man? Okay, mi compadre, I let you do your job. Ooh. I think I have to retake this, which I did. I really can't afford leaving Angola just like this, even if the region has just been scored. So now Asia is not nice. South America is volatile and may turn into not nice soon. Muslim revolution, I guess it's self-repairable unless he hits Libya. In which case I just have two more to put somewhere, but now it's self-repairable. But is it worth to take Iran? I mean, hostage crisis. Okay, but if not Iran, then what? Well, let's take it. After all, it's an important region. I will see his headline. And with you to incident, I can prepare I can actually prepare Asia to be scored. Yeah. South America's going grain sales and bird trap. Wow. And I see his headline. Iran-Iraqi war is somewhat a pain because winning this war is unlikely, and flower power is still working. Glasnost gives him 2 more VPs. Still not so nice if he decides to headline Aldrich Ames remix. But well, in such a case I probably headline grain sales, wait for him to decide, and his decision is not very easy between Bertrap, Kennedy and even South America scoring in this case. Maybe even Glasnost. Sorry. And if he doesn't have ABM treaty, I should be able to score South America for at least nothing. Otherwise I can just use Kennedy to discard it. I wonder why does he calculate it so long? Maybe his hand isn't straightforward, especially knowing that I will see his headline first. Anyway, the goal. Okay. In response to the goal, I think I'll rather birch up him than play grain sales to Soviets. went out on the first attempt. Okay, so now it's grain sales time. Cultural Revolution. Yeah, I am returning it. And now I know that he has Cultural Revolution. So if he coups now, I play the China card and then use Glasnost. If he plays Cultural Revolution now, I'm cooing, probably with Formosan or Latin American death squads in Argentina. The problem is now Glasnost is no longer a good coup card because it leaves him a counter coup due to DEFCON. Ooh, that was nasty. That was even nastier. I'm thinking about taking Taiwan here and then making things like Formosan resolution. But now, let's get rid of the China card from my hand and let's use some sort of bite. I will play Glasnost, of course, trying to grab back Argentina. If it fails, I will use Ask Not to discard the Reformer, South America scoring and Iran-Iraq war. It worked good enough even to stop Thatcher. But I don't think I can make any more in South America. And I don't think I want to use Kennedy. Things may be worse than that later. So I'm holding Kennedy. I'm probably holding Iran-Iraq war in this case. Spacing the Reformers. Fortunately enough for me, it was not a good roll of him. And I may pretend I have the scoring, or at least let me give him just a reason to go there. I thought I was close to winning this game and I'm not so sure about it any longer. Of course there are still options, for example a combo of European cards. Like Chernobyl, East European, Rest Solidarity and Tear Down this Wall. Oh, speak of the devil. This reveals some information to him because he knows that I have Kennedy, at least he should know it. So now, what about the victory points trade? Doesn't look very convincing. About the map, Central America looks worst. Ooh! But if you have the scoring, you should have played differently. Unless you have Middle East scoring, but Middle East is later on my priorities list to fight. So if it's Middle East scoring, you outplayed me. It may as well be Solidarity. Okay, there was none of these. That was a fortunate roll. That was an unfortunate hand. But with Kennedy, it's pretty manageable. As of Europe, he doesn't need as much as I do. I think Kennedy is the headline. Especially in response to this one. And I'm getting rid of all these crappy cards, and I'm also getting rid of Europe scoring. And I'm drawing a much better hand instead. I'm probably playing it to the end because I don't want to take a chance on Korean War. Or maybe I'm holding you an intervention. The worst card to be held on turn 10. Brush War. Where does it offer the best odds? I think he may do some crap with my position so that I'm maybe losing the final scorings. Cooing. Yep, and doing so successfully. This has to be repaired. Come on, give me Star Wars or War Games or something like this. At least give me a good Columbia coup. This doesn't need to be addressed right now. And this was a good coup. Providing me with 2 good brush war targets, but also 2 good realignment targets, while brush war may target Greece as well, creating serious threats in Europe for him. Scoring left Asia, Middle East, Central America. Southeast Asia is discarded. Uh-oh, shitting. Okay, let's try to get him off here. It could have been more convincing. Oh yeah, I should you and intervene Korean or damn it. So now that he's paced, I could use terrorism. I really don't like what happened with this game. Oh, that was a great terrorism draw. And if it persuades him into discarding the China card, it turns even better. But I must say this is a tense and a very close game, and I'm not sure about the final outcome of it. Come on, gimme. Yep. This time it worked. Brought Europe back to my domination. I think I should event Ussuri in any case. I got Central America scoring, but I also got Aldrich Ames Remix. Okay, let's play North Sea Oil. Or maybe Soviets shut down Karl. This gives me 2 victory points. And protects things. So let it be this. North Sea Oil somewhere in the middle of the turn. to see myself having 2 action rounds in a row last. Of course, one of these actions would be Outreach's remix and the other one the China card. Probably have to give him Willy Brandt, and I probably have to give him 2 victory points from Indo-Paki. Maybe I can cash 3 from Arms Race. And North Sea Oil should be played rather late than early. He's pushing Asia, so I probably can't do anything about it. Yeah, I can dominate Asia by any means. As of the map, I'm losing Central America and Africa. I'm winning Europe, all the other regions, and South America. He's saying GG, so I respond with the same. He's probably ready to lose it, or maybe not. Nah, not yet. I think Nigeria may be worth over-controlling. Trying to stop me in South America, so I think this is North Sea Oil time. Then I'll probably take chance on Indo-Paki, because this gives me some time to react in Asia. One more victory point, and realigning what, Argentina? Okay, that was nicely thought by him. So it's basically about a draw in a map. But I'm leading on victory points, and I will have 2 last action rounds in a row, provided I'm not quagmired or so. Yes, an evil empire. I needed this. I needed this to save these 2 VPs. And I needed these bad rolls of him. Oh, not necessary, but this should end the game. Indopaki didn't work, but gave me 2 Milops, which, if missed by him, gives me 3 more from arms race. Oh, this has to be self-repaired, I guess. Yes. So I'll remind him kindly that he should perform some coups. I recommend Sudan, because this stops me from thinking about stopping his African domination. Otherwise, I'm probably stopping his African domination and dominate Central America myself. Because I'm breaking Panama with old rich aims, and then 2 to Panama, 1 to Salvador, and 1 to Cameroon is just enough to what I just said. Of course, if he quagmires me now, I will have to score Central America scoring, giving him 4 ops, discard old rich aims, and well, then the math decides. Shuttle diplomacy for influence? I assume this was a blunder. So let's resolve event first. And well, what's the best I can do? I can certainly stop his African domination. Gain Middle Eastern domination. And as Central America domination is worth 2, Middle East presence is worth 3. I think I'll break these 2 to gain the maximum. Yeah, it stopped him, but this is shuttle diplomacy, not counting for the final scoring. So thank you for watching and see you next time.